Hi there, welcome. I'm talking about being a high level sensitive being, an empath, a star seed, a crystal child, an indigo child. Whatever you came here to be, you are still a spiritual being having a human experience. That's my cat Robbie. He loves to make video appearances. So cute. Anyway, my name is Jana. Welcome to Soul Sessions. I'm sharing truths that things that I was trained in for many, many years of my life. I've sat with gurus and teachers and masters, been to India 5 times, and really was dedicated to learning to how to live inside myself, in my mind and my body and my heart, and live a life I absolutely loved and actually feel good and feel empowered and enjoy my life. And as you know, being a sensitive being, it's really challenging, especially when I was born. There wasn't this connection that we all have. We weren't knowledgeable about these things. We couldn't share these things. So the technology that we have today is such a beautiful gift that we can share with each other our own experiences and help you hopefully learn how to be empowered inside yourself, in your body and in your life, and actually really thrive. So I was determined to find a way to thrive and to feel happy, healthy, and vibrant and successful in myself and in my life. And it was really challenging because I didn't feel good. I was highly sensitive to everybody else's energies. When I would go to places, I would sometimes be just continuously bombarded with stuff. I didn't necessarily know what it was, but it was very like jarring. It was uncomfortable. I would sometimes be depleted and exhausted, and I was desperately trying to figure out a way to live inside myself and have a life and not allow just whatever I was experiencing to disempower me in any way. So um, I didn't really know at that time what an empath was, crystal children. Um, I'm highly, I'm a clairvoyant, I'm an auditory clairvoyant. Um, I call it being sound sensitive. This is what I called it, hearing and feeling all sounds at once. So I had to really figure out a way to, wow, I'm hearing, like, say as an example, in a restaurant, I'm hearing and feeling all the conversations happening simultaneously. I'm hearing every single dish, the sound, the silverware, not only in the restaurant itself but even in the kitchen. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. So I learned things like, when I was young, oh, I don't have to, but it's better for me to have my back to the wall, a wall, and so I can see, so I can see the things and really see the person that I'm having a conversation with. Like, if they're to my side, it didn't maybe work for me. I needed to like really be able to look at them so that I could see them and hear them, and hear and see their lips moving, right? And be able to focus. So when I was really young, I called it being sound sensitive. Then I realized, oh, I'm audio clairvoyant. I'm actually hearing and feeling, and I call it all sounds at once, simultaneously, wherever you are. So this creates its own situation, because we have many different kinds of antennas or channels that tune in and are looking to feel things and hear things that are inside of us that nobody teaches us about, which I want to begin to share and teach you what's happening and why you're so sound sensitive. So the great thing is now I can go anywhere. Um, and I have been able to do this for many, many years. I can go anywhere, be anywhere, do anything, and never feel disempowered in any kind of energy, or even if it's a loud situation or a concert. I remembered recently, actually, it was a couple years ago, being at a Depeche Mode concert. Hadn't really even listened to Depeche Mode for years, and they were playing at the Hollywood Bowl. So I love the Hollywood Bowl here in Santa Monica or in California. And so I went to the concert, and I remember, oh my gosh, it just seemed so dark. And I didn't remember that music being so dark, but I was like, wow, so dark. But it was amazing, and I love them. They're great. Uh, anyway, there was this man behind my friend who was so loud and really tall, and he was just screaming, and she was beside me, very clairvoyant, very uh, very highly tuned in, sensitive, beautiful, beautiful person. Anyway, it was just really hard for her, and I was standing next to her, and I said, "Let's trade places." And I stood in front of this person, and he was just so and it was amazing because I was like, I'm standing here, not being affected by him, by his energy, by anything in my space. And it just felt so great because when I was younger, I was told you'll never be able to have an empowering life being an empath. That it's just too hard, and it can't be done. And nobody told me or taught me or shared any techniques, or provided any insight or healings actually for the empath or for the crystal child or the indigo child, or the sensitive beings that we are. Some of us are obviously here on earth, and maybe you are if you're listening to this, a sensitive person, right? Nobody shared anything like what can I do to actually feel different and feel empowered and not be disempowered every time I either get online or have a phone call with somebody or are out and about in the world. Like, that is absolutely no way to live as far as I'm concerned. So I want to help you learn that there are all kinds of things that we can do to create healings for you, as well as understandings of why first of all, need to understand, you and we signed up to be here on the earth at this time. It is the lowest frequency planet in all of the cosmoses. Okay. And you, as a star seed, as a crystal child, as an indigo child, as a medical intuitive, which I am, as an auditory clairvoyant, or sound sensitive person, like, it is hard to be here, and we're not used to this frequency and the density of everything. And then we get here and we're like, oh my gosh, what did I sign up for? But we don't even remember that we actually signed up for this. And we signed up for this to help this planet go up in frequency. And you signed up for this to help yourself go up in frequency. So we can only go up in frequency when we are in a human body. So we have had human bodies before or other bodies before, and we carry with us, our soul carries with us all the experiences that we've ever experienced in any lifetime, in any place, in any realm, and in any dimension. And so whatever experiences we've ever had come with us unless we consciously heal them, clear them out, and then reactivate our light frequencies. So we're spiritual beings here having a human experience. Our body is actually made of light. Our body's made of, or it has all kinds of frequencies and light and crystals in it. And we have to move out the low frequencies and the traumas, including the patterns and the pictures and the movies and entities and beings and all kinds of things we have to move out in order to then be able to activate and illuminate the light and the crystals that are inside of us. This includes in our physical body, and our organs, and our systems, and our brain, and our brainstem, and our emotions, and in our auric field, etheric field, light bodies, and the fields of our relationships. So it's really important. This information is so incredibly important, and it has taken me many, many years, and actually many, many lifetimes, to be able to do the work that I do, to have this understanding, to have this sight that I have, the knowledge that I have, the wisdom that I have. It's incredible. And I suffered for so many years not understanding what was happening and what I was feeling and what was going on. So I want to share this with you so that I can let you know that there is help. There are healings that we can do for you that are going to help you feel more comfortable and empowered inside yourself. There are reasons why the high level empath or sensitive being or star seed or crystal child, whatever you are, um, uh, what I call indigo child, um, has some things that have happened that took me really years to figure out, and I struggled so for so long. Because when we arrive here on the earth and the density of the planet and the density of the people and the grown-ups that are around us, we begin to really feel uncomfortable inside our own skin, inside of our bodies. And we decide to start basically like leaving our body, even though our soul actually doesn't actually live inside the body. It operates the body from a different plane, as well as we have 12 extension bodies as well. So it might be a little bit confusing, but there's something that happens when we're younger because we're wanting to um, try to tune into the energy of the grown up, maybe potentially in the next room. So, or when we're on our way to school as a 5 year old and or a 3 year old or whatever age you are when you're going to preschool or wherever, and you're tuning into what's going on with the energy at the school or wherever it is you're going. And you begin to like leave your body in such a way that it makes you incredibly vulnerable to other people's energies. And, um, we talk about a lot, or people talk a lot about being protected. And I tried that for so many years. Oh, I need to be in this little bubble of protection. And I tried all these different kinds of bubbles of light and frequencies and energies and putting mirrors around my field and all these things. And believe me, none of that, none of it ever worked for me. If it works for you, awesome. That's beautiful. Never worked for me. Um, the protection, there's so many things about protection, and most people are not properly protecting themselves. They don't even know what they're protecting themselves from. It's like, what do you actually need to be protected from? You actually don't necessarily need to be really protected from anything because you are an amazing, beautiful, powerful being of light, and you have more power than anything, and you have authority over yourself and your life. But the thing is that we don't actually know what we need to have authority over. We don't really know what we need to be doing to properly protect ourselves. So it's taken me many, many, many years to learn how to do this, how to do it properly and effectively so that I can actually experience positive, uplifting results. Okay. So, as you are a high level spiritual being here having a human experience, we are carrying frequencies and energies and traumas and entities and beings and all kinds of things in our physical body and or our field, and we can only go up in frequency when we are in a human body. So I can only heal and go up in frequency when I'm in a human body. So it's vital and important that we learn how to actually really heal in this moment, in this lifetime, and move out this trauma and go up in frequency and activate the light and the crystals and the key codes. So this will stay with you for the entirety of your existence as a soul, which is ongoing and forever, right? So you want to make sure you're really aware and understand that the work and the healing work that you're doing, when you do it, I think, I don't say properly, maybe, I know there isn't just one way, but when you clear out the traumas and you move out the entities and the beings and the things and realign and strengthen and activate and illuminate your physical body, your organs, your systems, your mind, your emotions, your auric field, etheric field, light bodies, your chakra systems. I mean, most people don't even realize what the chakras and the chakra systems are. I started studying yoga when I was 21 years old from a Swami. She had been practicing and studying yoga for over, I don't know, 45 something years. I did not learn any of this from her. And I continued to study with other masters, supposedly teachers and swamis. I went to India 5 times. I've sat with awakened masters. I've read every single book that I could potentially get my hands on, taken so many seminars and classes, and most of the information was incorrect from, pardon me, shamans and people who said that they were authorities on chakras. Like seriously, most of the books out there it's I apologize or not apologize, it's incorrect information. I thought that this stuff was true because somebody taught it to me or I read it in a book. And then when I began to, first of all, always ask for, I wanted to see as God sees. I'm like, I want to see as God sees. I want to see from a 360-degree viewpoint, but from the inside, from the outside, including the spaces in between, from above and below and everywhere. And I want to drop my own thinking mind, and see as God sees. Really incredible. And so I always also ask for the truth to be revealed. Now, the truth, when it is revealed and you start to really see what's happening, will blow your mind because it isn't anything that most people talk about. Even when they start to touch on a subject, it's like, you're only seeing part of the information. Now, I'm probably, still only seeing part of the information, but I can promise you, I'm seeing so much more amazing and beautiful and exciting things that I can help you begin to feel better inside yourself and live a more empowered, loving, higher frequency mind, body, heart, spirit, and a life you love because I'm doing it and I can go anywhere and do anything and not feel disempowered anywhere. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And it is so freeing. But you have to understand what's actually really going on. What is the human body? What's really going on? The human body is only less than 1% matter. Your organs and your systems, your auric field, etheric field, light body, chakra systems, as I mentioned, is so much different than what we're taught. So funny, right now I'm thinking about somebody that I was working with for many, many years ago. And she had been working on this young boy who was having some major, we'll call it depression, bipolar, whatever that they were diagnosing this poor boy with. And she'd been doing some healings for him. And then somebody called me and asked me if I could do some healings for this young boy. And I started doing them. And I could see some major openings and tears and damage in his auric field and that were causing some major disturbances mentally and physically and emotionally, which is for all of us, but this was a really severe case. And the person that had been working on him, I said something about a specific tear or damage, and she started laughing at me as if I didn't know what I was talking about. And she said, and the funny thing was that she had been working on this boy for about 3 hours, and she said it was so challenging. She just kept working and working and working and working. I'm like, well, because you didn't understand what was actually happening. And I can tell you that there's a specific tear, specific damage that is actually really what's affecting this person, this boy. And anyway, so I ended up doing more and more healings for him, and he began to feel better and better and better, and is living a life that he absolutely loves. As well as I've helped many babies save their life. I mean, not me save their lives, but the information. And as I ask for God, Creator God, and the divine awakened enlightened masters to tell me what's going on and what we need to do for whomever I'm working on, whether it be a person, an animal, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, this is all about you realizing that there are healings that we can actually do to help you be able to be inside your body and feel the things that are occurring without judgment. All emotions, all frequencies are just that. They're just emotions, they're just frequencies. And we need to learn that there isn't anything wrong with any of them. They're all actually, we could say, good. They're all just experiences. And there is no good or bad. Anger isn't bad, but anger is also an emotion and a frequency. And we want to learn how to heal it and clear it and move it out and help reprogram and activate the light and the crystals inside of you so you can begin to feel empowered within yourself. So we want to heal the pieces that I had mentioned about leaving the body, about being unprotected, but there's so much to that conversation. And then be able to understand that there are also other types of channels and things that are occurring when loud noises occur, when situations happen that are traumatic. There are things that happen that cause us to be even more sensitive because we're scanning the environment, we're scanning other people, we're always on guard. So there's some things that I can teach you how to handle this so that you can actually, so you'll know actually what to do. These are real tools, real techniques on things that you can shift inside yourself, that you will not feel anxiety. You will understand what's happening. You will know why it's happening. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Um, and back to like the chakras and the chakra system, and we have gates and we have gatekeepers, and we have angels and guides, and our soul is an amazing, powerful being of light that is here to assist and help us. So if you're not calling on them and asking them for help, as well as Jesus and Mother Mary and the divine awakened enlightened ones to help you and know what to ask for, and we want to clear your channels so that you can hear with greater clarity. Really super important. Because this is a low frequency planet, most people's auditory channels, clairvoyant channels, knowingness channels are actually, let's say, plugged up. They're not actually seeing with clarity. This is why there's so much information out there that isn't correct, because these people aren't seeing with clarity. So that's the other thing that I help you do, is I'm going to help clear your channels so that you begin to actually hear. I can hear auditorily. I have a knowingness and clairvoyant sight of what is actually happening, and I can look at your physical body, your mind, your emotions, your chakras, your chakra systems, have conversations with your higher self and your guides and the angels, and I can teach you and help you clear your channels so that you can actually hear and see with clarity. So I do teacher training programs. I do something that's called Healing Mastery, or I do soul sessions that help you get centered and get empowered inside yourself. I'm going to do healings for you to help you be able to, like, again, be protected, but really understand what's going on, and strengthen. One of the reasons also is our auric field, etheric field, light bodies might have holes and tears and damage in it. So when you're out and about, you're like really highly sensitive and feeling the things that are going on outside yourself or with other people. And we can feel things from someone across the globe, or on YouTube or on Instagram or whatever social media platform you're on. You can open that up and you are opening yourself to basically the entire world, or we're going to say the cosmoses, depending on who you are. So I want to share that there is so much that we can do to help you really feel different inside yourself and feel empowered, and really own and claim your light and your power and who you are here to be, and begin to activate these crystals, help you go up in frequency and feel completely different, and really feel empowered and live a life you absolutely love, and have relationships that you absolutely love, as well as success financially. Um, and I'm just so excited to be able to share this information with you. So if you are interested, you can reach out, and I would love to have a conversation with you, potentially talking about doing a healing series together, or you could sign up for one of my classes or seminars or teacher training programs. I know that I'm having a healing mastery class starting up very, very soon. And there'll be limited spaces in that, because not only am I going to teach you how to do basically what I do, but I'm going to help you go up in frequency and heal all kinds of patterns and pictures and movies and traumas from childhood. And you're going to start to feel completely different. like I did, which took me years to figure out, and many, many classes that I've been able to have the privilege of taking and realizing that, oh, that person only knew this much, and I'm grateful for that much, but we want to know this much and be able to see with greater clarity and really, really love yourself and love your life and do whatever it is you came here to do the way that you do it, because it might not be the way that I do it. We all have beautiful, special gifts, um, but I'd love to help you open up to more of them. And so I think that's it. I think I shared everything that I was supposed to share today. So just loving you, blessing you, thanking you for listening. And I'd love for you to reach out and we can just have a conversation. So you can sign up for a call, a free call. I think the link is somewhere here, and or give me a call or give me a text or send me an email. But reach out, love to connect, and just wishing you the most amazing, beautiful life that you love. All right. Love, love, love. Thank you so much for joining me.